A child abandoned in a bush became a billionaire. The question is how? Miracle's life did not begin with love. It began with cold wind, crying leaves, and an empty bush where no one should ever leave a child. While you enjoy the story, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It was a quiet evening in Porto's outskirts. The sky was slowly turning dark, and the road that led to the village was almost empty except for the sound of insects and the rusted signboard that shook whenever wind blew. Deep inside the bush, a newborn baby wrapped in a thin towel lay inside an old carton. His tiny hands shivered, his lips trembled, and his cry was weak, too weak for the world he had just entered. His mother, Favor, stood a few meters away, hiding behind a tree and crying like her heart was melting. She was only 19. Poor, scared, rejected, and confused. The moment she gave birth secretly in a neighbor's room, she panicked. The father of the child, Uchenna, her boyfriend, had denied the pregnancy and warned her never to come near him again. Favor had no money, not even a house. Her parents had chased her out when they found out she was pregnant for a boy who did not even care. She had slept in unfinished buildings, survived on small gifts from strangers, and struggled through pains she never imagined. She felt her life had ended before it even started, so she made a decision she thought was best for the child. "I am sorry, my son," she whispered as she wiped her tears. "I cannot take care of you. I cannot give you food, clothes, or a home. Maybe someone better will find you. Someone who will love you more than I can." The wind blew harder. Her heart broke deeper. But she turned and walked away, crying from her soul. She thought she would never see the child again. But fate had a different plan. Hours later, a long black Rolls-Royce Phantom appeared on the lonely road and slowed to a stop. It was a car nobody expected to see in that area, a luxury car driven only by the super-rich. Inside the back seat sat Mrs. Kate Chukwuma, a 57-year-old billionaire businesswoman known all over Nigeria. Her gold jewelry sparkled, her perfume smelled like wealth, and her presence alone could silence a room. She had no child. She had prayed, cried, hoped, and waited. At 57, she had accepted that maybe motherhood was not for her. But fate was driving her that evening. Suddenly, her car engine coughed twice and died. The driver tried restarting, but nothing changed. He stepped out to inspect the engine while Mrs. Kate sighed impatiently. "This car chooses the worst places to break down," she murmured. As she waited, she suddenly heard a faint sound. "Wah, wah." She frowned and listened again. "Driver, did you hear that?" "Yes, Ma, it sounded like a baby." Mrs. Kate stepped out carefully. The bush was quiet. But the cry came again, weak, desperate, almost fading. They followed the sound, pushing branches aside. And there, under a small mango tree, inside an old carton, baby boy. Mrs. Kate gasped loudly and covered her mouth. "Jesus Christ! Who left a baby here?" She bent immediately and lifted the crying child. The baby opened his eyes, tiny and innocent. Something inside her heart melted instantly, something that had been empty for decades. "Oh my God," she whispered. "You poor thing, who did this to you?" The baby held her finger, and her entire world changed. From a small distance away, hiding behind tall grasses, Favor watched everything. She had not gone far after abandoning the child. Her feet refused to carry her. Her spirit felt empty. She wanted to be sure the baby would be found. But never in her life did she imagine that the one who would find her son was a billionaire. A woman dressed in wealth, driving a car worth more than her whole village. Favor cried harder, but this time the tears were mixed with relief. "Yes, yes, this is good," she whispered shakily. "You will have a better life, my son. Better than what I could ever give." She followed the car secretly when the engine finally restarted. From behind trees, from the side of the road, from across far distances, she kept watching. She hid whenever people passed, but her eyes never left the car. When the Rolls-Royce reached Mrs. Kate's mansion, a house bigger than any place Favor had ever seen, Favor sat on the ground and covered her mouth. "My baby, this is your new home," she said softly. "I will come for you someday, when my life is better. I promise." But life did not become better. Not for many, many years. Mrs. Kate adopted the baby officially. She named him Miracle because to her, he was a gift from God. Something unbelievable, something she had stopped praying for but still received. Miracle grew in love, wealth, and comfort. Mrs. Kate gave him everything. Education, clothes, toys, vacations, tutors, bodyguards, anything money could buy. But above all, she gave him love. She raised him like her own blood. She woke up at night to check if he was sleeping well. She attended PDA meetings. She celebrated every birthday bigger than the last. She taught him kindness, discipline, and generosity. Everyone in the city knew Miracle as the billionaire's golden child. But Miracle himself did not act proud or arrogant. He was humble, gentle, respectful, and wise. People loved him. But there was always one thing missing. He never knew who his real parents were. Whenever he asked Mrs. Kate, she would touch his head and smile softly. "I don't know where you came from, my child. I only know that God brought you to me. And I am grateful." Miracle accepted this answer, but deep inside, he always wondered. Who abandoned him? Why? Where did he truly belong? He carried these questions until adulthood. While Miracle lived in mansions, Favor lived in struggle. Her life was a chain of difficult moments. She worked in restaurants, markets, farms, anywhere that offered small pay. She slept in cheap rooms and sometimes on floors. She ate once a day on some weeks. She prayed every night for her son, hoping he was alive. Years passed. Favor grew older. Her heart grew heavier. She never got married. No man wanted a woman with such a painful past. She lived only for one reason. One day, I will see my son again. But she did not want to destroy his life, so she stayed far away. She never went near the mansion again after Miracle turned 10. She only asked, quietly and secretly, from security guards and neighbors, "Is the boy doing well?" "Yes," they replied. "He is very loved." So Favor kept her distance and her hope. At the age of 85, Mrs. Kate became very sick. Miracle, who was 28 at the time, stayed by her bedside every day. He held her hands. He fed her. He read to her. He prayed with her. He loved her more than anyone else in the world. One night she smiled weakly at him. "My son, I may not wake up tomorrow." "Don't say that," Miracle cried. "You will be fine." She shook her head gently. "No, it is time. Have lived well. And I am proud of the man you have become." Tears filled Miracle's eyes. You are the only mother I know. Thank you for giving me life." Mrs. Kate touched his face. "No, Miracle. You gave me life. You gave me purpose. You made me feel like a real woman. Promise me you will continue to be kind." "I promise." She nodded slowly, closed her eyes, and slept peacefully. She never woke up. Miracle cried like a child. The house was filled with mourning. People came to pay respects. The world lost a great woman. Her will was read, and everything, her houses, companies, lands, money, was given to Miracle. At 28 years old, he became one of the youngest billionaires in Africa. But wealth meant nothing to him. He had lost the woman who loved him more than anything. 2 months after the burial, Miracle sat in his office when his secretary entered. "Sir, a woman is here to see you. She says she knows you." Miracle frowned. "What's her name?" "She said her name is Favor." Miracle didn't know anyone by that name, but something inside him felt strange, like his spirit recognized the name before his mind did. "Send her in," he said. When Favor entered, her hands shook. Her clothes were old, and her face carried years of struggle. She looked at Miracle with trembling eyes. He stood up slowly. "Good afternoon, Ma," he said respectfully. "How can I help you?" Favor swallowed hard. "My son, I am your mother." Miracle froze. Silence filled the room. His heart started beating fast. What did you just say?" Favor fell to her knees immediately. "I am sorry. I am sorry, my son. I abandoned you when you were a baby. I left you in the bush inside a carton. I had no food, no home. Your father denied you. My parents chased me out. I was young and scared. I thought you would die with me if I kept you. I left you so someone better could find you. Please, please forgive me." Miracle stared at her in shock. He felt heat in his chest. His vision blurred with anger. "You left me to die." Favor cried so much that the floor became wet. I know I was wrong. I lived with the guilt every day. I checked on you for years. When you were adopted, I stayed far away so I wouldn't ruin your life. But now your adopted mother is gone, and I just want you to know the truth. I want you to know I loved you, even when I made the worst mistake." Miracle turned away. He wiped his eyes. Pain and anger fought inside him. "Why now?" he whispered. "Why did you come now?" "Because I didn't want to die with this secret," Favor cried. "And because I want to ask for forgiveness. That's all." For weeks, Miracle could not sleep well. He kept thinking, should I forgive her? Should I accept her? Should I reject her forever? He remembered the nights Mrs. Kate carried him. He remembered the birthday parties, the laughter, the love. He also remembered the questions that tortured him all his life. Who am I? Where do I come from? Now the answers were right in front of him. But accepting them felt like betrayal to Mrs. Kate. One evening, Miracle visited his adopted mother's grave. "Mother," he whispered, touching the tombstone. "What should I do? The woman who gave birth to me is alive. She came back. Should I forgive her?" The wind blew softly, and in that moment, he remembered her last words. "Promise me you will continue to be kind." His heart softened gently. The next day, Miracle called Favor to meet him at the mansion. She arrived shaking, scared that he would insult her, or chase her away. But Miracle looked at her calmly. "I was angry," he said quietly. "I felt betrayed, felt abandoned. But after thinking about everything, I have made a decision." Favor swallowed hard. "What decision?" Miracle took a deep breath. "I forgive you." Favor covered her face and cried loudly. Thank you, my son." "But," Miracle continued, "I need time to adjust. You cannot replace Mrs. Kate. She raised me. She is my mother. But you are the woman who carried me. And I want to know you." Favor nodded quickly, bending her head. I understand, my son." Miracle touched her shoulder gently. "Stand up. You are my mother now. Not by right, but by forgiveness." Favor cried again, but this time with relief, joy, and gratitude. Over the next months, Miracle slowly built a relationship with Favor. He bought her a small house. He sent her for medical checkups. He made sure she ate good food and lived well. He listened to her stories. He forgave her fears. He understood her pain. People around him said he was foolish to accept a woman who once abandoned him. But Miracle always said, "My adopted mother taught me kindness. And kindness means forgiveness." Favor, on her part, dedicated every day to making up for lost time. She cooked for him. She prayed for him. She thanked him every moment for giving her a second chance. One day, she looked at her son and said, "You are truly a miracle. Not because you were saved from the bush, but because you have a heart that many rich people don't have." Miracle smiled softly. "You're the reason I exist. I may not forget what happened, but I will not hold it against you forever." Their bond grew stronger, slowly and beautifully. And so, the boy abandoned in a bush became a billionaire. The woman who left him behind found forgiveness. And the mother who adopted him lived forever in his heart. Life came full circle. Miracle did not only inherit wealth. He inherited love, grace, and the power to forgive.